Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am here with my third layout for the January Starlet Scrap Stash Kit. And I'm going to use this layout from Pinterest as my inspiration, and I steer clear from it by the end. I used this paper from my mind's eye, and I just basically wanted a tan piece of paper, or craft, I guess, is really the color. And so I turned it over and used the back. Now I'm just going to pull out some of the scrap pieces of paper. I was thinking I was going to do blue, but then looking at the pictures, I realized blue wouldn't really go very well since what they're wearing is red. And I have kind of a sepia tone color to these pictures. So I cut all of them down. I think it's 2.5 by 2.5 is what it turns out to be. It actually might be 3 by 3 though, because they do look pretty big. And so I end up not being able to do the scrap lift because they're just too big. And I didn't really want to cut them down any more than I already had. So I just decided to keep them. So I'm going to put them on this red maroonish color as a mat. I'm really loving this color with the color of the pictures with the color of the paper. I took these photos of them, and this was in 2008, I think, 2008 or 2009. And these are my nephews. They were visiting, and so my kids and I went over and visited with them at my in-laws' house. And I took these photos of them while we were there. I am often the family photographer since that is my profession and what I went to school for. Whenever we get together as a family, I often just take photos of whoever is there. And this was a really fun session to do of these boys. So I'm using my Fiskars border punch, and it's just a scallop, and I'm going to put it on the right side of the photo. So by now I have decided to scrap the idea of scrap lifting that photo or the Pinterest layout, and I'm just going to place each one of these photos right on top of each other. So I'm going to glue them down. And then I'm going to place some more of that striped paper to the right of the photos. So I'm going to cut it down, and then I'm going to glue it down right there. And then I'm going to pull out a doily, and I'm going to cut it in half, and then cut it in quarters from there. I kind of fiddle with it for a while, and then here I decide to cut it in half. And I'm going to put it at the top and the bottom, And then I'm going to pull out this little camera clip. And this I didn't put in the kit, I just had it on my desk, but I wanted to add that to it and I really liked it. So I decided to do that. I also pulled out this 9 & Company, it's a Teresa Collins collection, and it's a wood veneer. And there were some hearts there, and I'm sorry you can't see the bottom. I didn't realize that I was down so far, so I apologize about that. So now you can see it, I fixed it, and you can see the heartwood veneer down there on the bottom. And now I'm just trying to figure out which paper I want to use to accent the journaling. Oh, I forgot that I did this. So I was thinking I needed a little bit of something behind the doilies that I had already glued down. So I just cut out these, it's like this greenish flower paper, and it has reds and blues and oranges in it. And I'm just going to put it behind the doily in both places, and it just kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. And now I am going to pull out a couple of different stencils, and I was thinking about maybe using those wood veneer frames, but they weren't big enough and they just kind of covered up their faces too much. So I put them away. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted the title to be. I had this acetate that said "Hello Sunshine," and then I also had this silhouette cut that says hello and that arrow. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to use hello as part of the title. I also had this piece of, I think it was like an ad or something for Studio Calico, or I don't know what it was exactly, but it said outside on it. And so I'm going to cut it apart, and my title is going to be Hello Outside, since we're outside and we're just having fun. And for the journaling piece, I'm going to use this backing for a Studio Calico. I'm not sure what it came from, but probably like Embellishments or an Alpha or something like that. I'm just going to stick it right there, and then I'm going to glue down this heart. And I'm going to glue down the word outside. And also I pulled out this little speech bubble that says love on it. And I'm just going to put it up there. And I had forgotten to adhere the last part of the photos down, so I just did that. Now I'm going to glue down the wood veneer hearts with my Tombow Mono Aqua Glue. And I'm also going to glue down the word hello. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to place this arrow. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put this little word sticker on there that says best friends. So I'm going to glue the arrow down and then place best friends over top of it. And now that I'm looking at the layout, I should have pointed the arrow up more towards the picture that has both of them in it. But it's okay, it still works. And I just journal about how I had so much fun taking these pictures of my nephews, and they were so easy to photograph. These are 3 of my favorite photos from the whole session. I took a ton of photos, but I usually just pick out about 20 of them that I really, really like. And then from there, I pick out just a few. And I actually printed off, I think, about 8 to 9 of the pictures from this session to scrapbooks. So I'm going to outline the arrow here as well as the word hello, because it's kind of blending in to that heart. And then I'm also going to outline the word love on that speech bubble at the top. Oh, and I apologize about that. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget to turn off the autofocus and I don't realize it, so I apologize. That looks so bad. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that's the worst of it. I don't know why it was freaking out so much. So I am almost done with the layout here. I'm going to do some misting, and I'm going to use Mr. Huey Cameo. And I believe that is it for this layout. So thanks so much for watching. Come back again and I will have another layout. I have gotten 6 layouts done with this kit so far. So this is layout number 3. So you've got 3 more, and I might end up doing a couple more layouts, but I don't know yet. So I guess I will see you next time. Bye guys.